Ever wondered why New Year's resolutions often fail? Let's take a moment to ponder this. Each year, as the countdown begins, we brim with hope and dreams, scribbling down goals and resolutions. We promise ourselves that this time, we're going to stick to them. But more often than not, these resolutions fizzle out faster than the fireworks lighting up the midnight sky. So why does this happen? The truth is, we set ourselves up for failure the moment we pen down lofty, unattainable goals. We're so focused on the end result that we forget about the journey. We're so eager to get to the finish line that we overlook the steps it takes to get there. Resolutions fail because they're often rooted in the idea of perfection, not progression. We tend to believe that the arrival of a new year will magically bestow upon us the willpower and determination to overhaul our lives overnight. But change, my friends, is gradual. It doesn't happen at the stroke of midnight. It happens one day at a time, one choice at a time, one step at a time. Now let's shift our perspective and consider the concept of a fresh start. A fresh start isn't about grand proclamations or radical changes. It's about the small daily choices that lead to big transformations. It's about focusing on the process, not just the product. A fresh start is about embracing a growth mindset, one that celebrates progress over perfection. It's about understanding that failure isn't a full stop, but rather a comma, a pause, before we pick ourselves up and keep going. It's about recognizing that it's never too late to begin. No matter how many times we falter, no matter how many times we fall, each moment presents a new opportunity to start over, to try again. So as we stand on the precipice of a new year, let's not just make resolutions. Let's make commitments. Commitments to learning, growing, evolving, and becoming the best versions of ourselves. This year, it's time to harness the power of a fresh start. Have you ever considered what personal growth can truly achieve? It's a question that we often overlook, caught in the whirlwind of our daily routines. Yet, it's one that holds the key to unlocking our true potential. Imagine for a moment a seed, small, insignificant, and seemingly powerless. But within that seed lies a potential that's astounding. Given the right conditions, sunlight, water, and time, it grows into a mighty oak. This tiny seed, through a process of growth, transforms into a symbol of strength and resilience. Now let's consider the story of Amelia. Amelia was once a quiet, introverted individual who struggled with self-confidence. She had dreams, ambitions, but the fear of failure kept her shackled, until one day she decided to confront her fears. She chose to grow. Amelia started small. She began reading books on personal development, attending seminars and workshops. She took up public speaking, pushing herself to speak in front of small groups and then larger ones. Each step was a struggle, but each step was also progress. And as she grew, she blossomed. Today, Amelia is a successful entrepreneur, leading a team of 50 people and inspiring others with her story. Personal growth is often a journey filled with ups and downs. It's a process of learning, unlearning, and relearning. It's about breaking free from our comfort zones and daring to venture into the unknown. The power of personal growth lies not just in achieving our goals, but also in the journey itself. It's in the small victories, the lessons learned, the resilience built, and the confidence gained. It's in the transformation from who we were to who we become. So, let's take a leaf out of Amelia's book. Let's commit ourselves to personal growth, to becoming the best versions of ourselves. Not because we aren't enough as we are, but because we are so much more than we have ever imagined. Remember, personal growth isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about stepping out of the shadows and into the sunlight, just like the mighty oak that once was a tiny seed. What if there was a framework that could guide your journey to success? A question worth pondering, isn't it? But the good news is, there is such a framework. It's simple, yet incredibly powerful. It's not a secret, but it's often overlooked. This framework consists of 4 steps: set goals, plan, execute, and reflect. Let's start with the first step: setting goals. Goals give us direction. They provide a destination for our journey. Without goals, we're merely wandering. And we're not just talking about any goals, we're talking about SMART goals. That's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. A goal like, I want to be successful, is too vague. However, I want to increase my monthly income by 20% within the next 6 months, is a SMART goal. It's clear, it's specific, and it sets a time frame for achievement. The second step is planning. A goal without a plan is just a wish. The plan is your roadmap. It's how you'll get from where you are now to where you want to be. Your plan might involve learning new skills, seeking mentorship, or making lifestyle changes. It's about breaking down your goal into achievable, bite-sized tasks. Next comes execution. This is where the rubber meets the road. It's all about taking action and implementing your plan. It's about discipline, consistency, and resilience. There will be obstacles, there will be setbacks, but the key is to keep pushing forward. The final step is reflection. This is where you look back on your journey, assess your progress, and learn from your experiences. Did you achieve your goal? If not, what went wrong? What can you do differently next time? Reflection is about growth and improvement. It's about becoming a better version of yourself. With this framework, personal growth and success are within reach. It's not about luck. It's not about being in the right place at the right time. It's about setting goals, making a plan, taking action, and learning from your experiences. It's about being intentional and deliberate in your journey towards success. And remember, the journey itself is just as important as the destination. Knowing the framework is one thing, but how do you put it into action? That's the question that's likely been lingering in your mind. And it's a valid one. Because without action, even the most robust framework is just a blueprint gathering dust. So, let's talk about how to breathe life into this framework. Let's discuss how to turn these theoretical constructs into tangible actions that can transform your life. The first key to implementation is consistency. You see, success isn't achieved in a day, a week, or even a month. It's the result of small, consistent actions that accumulate over time. Think of it as a jigsaw puzzle. Each piece may seem insignificant on its own, but together they form a beautiful picture. That's the power of consistency. So commit to consistent actions. Even if it's just one small step each day, take it. Because these small steps, over time, will lead to giant leaps. Next up, discipline. Discipline is the secret sauce that keeps you going even when the going gets tough. It's the internal compass that keeps you on track, regardless of the distractions or obstacles you face. It's about making a commitment to yourself and sticking to it no matter what. So, cultivate discipline. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Lastly, resilience. There will be setbacks on this journey, that's a guarantee. But will you let these setbacks define you? Or will you use them as stepping stones to propel you forward? That's where resilience comes in. It's about bouncing back, dusting off, and moving forward stronger than before. So, embrace resilience. Turn your trials into triumphs. Remember, the framework is only as good as the actions you take to implement it. And these actions require consistency, discipline, and resilience. So, gear up, get going, and let the magic of implementation unfold. Implementation is the bridge between knowledge and results. So, what are you waiting for? It's time to cross that bridge. So, we've explored the pitfalls of resolutions, the power of personal growth, and the framework for success. But the question remains. Let's take a quick trip down memory lane, shall we? We began this journey together by seeing the new year not as a time for empty promises, but as a fresh start, a chance to wipe the slate clean and begin anew. We've acknowledged that resolutions, while made with good intentions, often fall by the wayside because of their inherent nature of being too absolute, too unforgiving. We then delved into the power of personal growth and the magic it holds. We've discovered that growth is not a destination, but a journey that requires us to continuously learn, adapt, and evolve. We've learned that it's not about being the best, but about being better than we were yesterday. Moving forward, we've examined a framework for success, one that relies not on wishful thinking, but on actionable steps. A framework that encourages us to set realistic goals, to break them down into manageable tasks, and to celebrate our victories, no matter how small they may seem. We've also discussed how to implement this framework into our daily lives, emphasizing the significance of consistency and perseverance. We've learned that success is not a one-time event, but a series of small wins accumulated over time. We've journeyed together through the peaks and valleys of motivation, growth, and success. Now, it's time for you to take the reins. It's time to apply what we've learned, to embark on your own journey of personal growth. Remember, the key lies not in the grand gestures, but in the small, consistent actions. So, as we stand on the precipice of a new year, let's leave behind the ghosts of unfulfilled resolutions. Let's embrace the power of personal growth and arm ourselves with the weapons of consistency and perseverance. Let's make the upcoming year a testament to our resilience, our determination, and our unwavering will to grow. Are you awake yet?